What's going on, Castle Clash? My name is With Honor, and in this video I am going to go over my Guild Wars strategy, show which heroes, insignias, talents, pets, and artifacts I use, and I basically use a Minotaur strategy, but there's a lot of variance to it, and this is what I found works for me, so let's get into the heroes. Obviously the first hero we have to look at is Minotaur. So 10 skill, 8 Iron Will, Crest. I go with a 5 in level 5 Revite Insignia. Some people will go with a 4 or a 3 just so he doesn't proc without the Cupid buff hitting him. The way I drop the heroes I think is a little more universal because I look out for situations where like the doves from Dovekeeper and the copters from Gunslinger are like all grouped up, so you want all that stuff to target one of the other heroes that I'll talk about next, and then drop Minotaur a little far away from that along with Cupid so they don't get hit with the copter AoE effects. It's very nuanced no matter how you run this strategy. There's a lot of things that can make it frustrating if you don't know what you're doing. But when I say the next hero, I'm talking about Michael, who I run. He's maxed out 12-12 skill. I have a level 8 Flame Guard, and then I put a level 4 Revite Crest on him just because I don't want to drop him and have him only proc on himself. So I want him to drop, build up some energy, be able to get my Minotaur dropped, and then my Cupid after that. And then hopefully, if the timing's working out well with the way I'm dropping, Michael will proc on Minotaur at the minimum, maybe Cupid, although that doesn't matter. But we don't want Michael proccing right away without Minotaur being down. And this is kind of a backup thing. If you get into a situation where Michael does proc and doesn't hit your Minotaur, it really only takes Minotaur plus Cupid to clear a base. This is just icing on the cake, and having Michael tank I think helps a lot, especially with the Dovekeeper doves. And since Triantar's right there, I'll just talk about him. He's maxed out as well, which can revive more heroes than I actually need, but it's with 75% hit points. They take 60% less damage while the buff's active. And I've got a level 8 revive and a level 5 revive insignia. If you don't have the resources to give him level 8 revive, I mean, it's not really necessary. Hopefully, when you're at the point that you actually have to drop Triantar, just a level 5 revive is going to do it. It'll bring back all your heroes, plus the hero that I use for cleanup, which is Dread Drake. So I've got 8 bulwark on him, and I think I have a War God here. I'm not sure if I really want to upgrade it, but he's max skill, level 8 bulwark. Just has to kill the leftover building, so he gets Doom Balloon all the time. I don't know that the pets have been assigned properly, but this never changes because Doom Balloon doesn't help in other PvP modes since he only hits buildings. So Dread Drake just sits here like this with a level 4 revive. Probably give him a level 5, but all I need him to do is, if the situation asks for it, he pops back up, drops another proc, and then Doom Balloon procs one more time, and then we're good to go. Cupid is the next hero that we use. I use him with the 5 Revite and a Revive Crest. I don't know. I mean, when he revives, I feel like it's too little too late anyway. So I don't know what you could put here. Maybe something with survivability, like Stone Skin, or I could even just use his Life Drain and put a 5 Revive Crest on him. But you don't expect battles to last that long. Iron Will on Minotaur only lasts 18 seconds, so if you don't kill the base enough in 18 seconds to drop your Dread Drake, you're probably just going to exit. If you get over 50%, then you're going to have to consider things a little differently, but that's alright, so we're at Dread Drake, Cupid, Minotaur, Triantar, Michael, and then the last hero is Anubis. So I have him set up for, he's max skill, obviously level 8 Flame Guard. I like the reflect because it can help get rid of stuff that's attacking him without him proccing. His main job in this whole thing is to kill troops, so you put the 5 Revite insignia on him, so when you drop him, he procs right away, kills a bunch of troops, and then your main thing is that he just keeps proccing until all the troops are gone, and then you let him die, and then you go into pulling doves away from the base, drop your Michael, and then your Minotaur Cupid a distance away from Michael so that they have a chance to run in. Cupid will obviously proc first, hopefully, which will hit your Minotaur before he gets there. You just don't want him then to get bombarded by the Gunslinger Thopter procs so that they don't get AoE down with Michael. So let's take a look at artifacts. I don't even change this like day to day, week to week, but I've got Triantar over here on Victor's Emblem. He's pretty squishy. I don't know that this helps, but it's something. Got Michael on Goblet of Life. I could put him on Victor's Emblem, but the important heroes, I put Anubis on Blitz Scroll to give him the stun immunity, because he's going to end up running into most bases. You don't want him to get stopped by stun towers too much. Like, his only job literally is to kill the troops. And hopefully proc some doves depending on the base. But that is it. And so getting that stun immunity will help him do that. The next 2 heroes we got Minotaur and Dreadrake. They're the damage dealers. So they're on Axis Drive to boost their damage, increase crit rate. Also the chance to increase attack by 20%. So these are the 2 that are killing the base. The rest is all support for these 2. And mainly, if you're getting perfect drops, Minotaur kills the base before you ever engage Dreadrake or even Triantar. And then Cupid, put him on Eye Garuda, just in case. The way bases are set up now, this might be an outdated tactic. I could probably put him on Goblet of Life or Victor's Emblem, but he only needs to proc once and hit Minotaur 1 time, so I'm not even sure. I guess in the past, like, if he targeted a hero or anything else that did something and it silenced them, that was pretty good. But that's the artifacts. Pets, I do change pets around a little bit. Let's see, I got Minotaur and Elephant, which I do like. Gives shield for 30%. Not that that matters. If he gets hit, he usually gets 1 shot. Minotaur. Anubis I always keep on Glacy, because his main job is to kill troops, not get stunned by stun towers, and he's running into the base. So Glacy will help keep those stun towers under control a little bit and help him proc. Sometimes I do switch this out to Michael depending on the base, because when I drop Michael and then Minotaur Cupid, they get close enough to towers that Glacy on Michael is a little bit better. On Michael I put Auroria, stun some targets that are attacking him. I feel like that's pretty good. Triantar is like the last line of defensive cleanup, so he gets Phoenix because Phoenix can kill buildings if he needs to. Dreadrake, I got him on Doom Balloon. Like I said, I always have him here because his only job is Guildwars and killing the last remaining buildings, so perfect setup. And Cupid I keep on Bublo. You know, these heroes are so squishy. If it's hard to say. I mean, I think it helps a little if there's like arrow towers or just kind of random one-off procs that hit your heroes. Bublo will help keep them alive, but a lot of times if your heroes are going to die, they just, like, it's suicide or instant wipe. But that's the way I set it up. I think I went over all the heroes and crests that I use, or insignias at this point. And I'm in the third, based on where our might was when the server reset, we're in 4th, but you can see we're 1.1 million experience ahead of Greece. We're in the 3rd Might Guild. We fight these 2 above us a lot and have no chance of winning unless, you know, they have like 5 to 10 people don't show up. So that's kind of crazy. And just to be fair, Greece ends up beating us most of the time because my guildmates in the lower end of the pages, like 4 to 8, 5 to 8 page number, they don't take it seriously enough, and so we just drop a lot of flames and lose to a lower might guild who is very solid. Their group does not change a lot, and ours fluctuates because we're somewhere between consistency of Greece and competitiveness of Black Skies and Fear the Night. So it's a strange place to be in, and it puts a little people off, and we get trying to fill the ranks with anything we can find. Sometimes we get bad players, but that's the way this whole system works. If you have higher might, you should win. If you have lower might, you shouldn't win. But there are definitely performance issues in that system. So we're pretty close. For us to beat these two above us, which is what, 4 million might. I don't even know what to say. They could all get 14 flames and still beat us. I don't know where the line draws with that, but it'd be very hard for them to lose to us. But that's it for now. That's my Guild Wars setup for a Mino bombing strategy. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please comment below. Making this video kind of as a tutorial for my own guildmates to help them out, but I hope it helps other people as well. Thank you. Take care.